Diego, the young son of millionaire Alejandro Gutierrez, suddenly climbed onto the table in the most elegant restaurant in Mexico City. Alejandro watched in horror as his usually quiet 8-year-old pointed straight at a waitress approaching with a tray. "You left me when I needed you most," the boy shouted, his voice echoing through the entire dining room. The restaurant fell silent. The waitress, Sofia Hernandez, froze. Her hands trembled, the tray shaking so hard she almost dropped it. Alejandro felt his pulse stop. How did his son know her? Sofia's eyes locked on Diego's intense blue stare. She knew that face. She had cared for it, protected it, loved it, 5 years ago. Alejandro rushed to pull his son down, whispering urgently, "Diego, stop this. Get down right now." But the boy wouldn't move. "I looked everywhere for you," Diego said, voice breaking. "Why did you disappear?" "I cried every night waiting for you." Whispers spread through the room as Alejandro finally managed to lift Diego off the table, but the truth was already out. The restaurant manager hurried over, flustered. "Senor Gutierrez, we apologize. We'll take care of this immediately." He turned sharply toward Sofia. "Hernandez, go to the kitchen. Now." But before she could move, a firm voice rose from a nearby table. "Un momento." Dona Mercedes Ortega, a respected, sharp-minded woman in her 70s, stood up, her presence commanding instant silence. "I think this young woman deserves to be heard before anyone decides anything," she said, looking straight at Sofia. "My dear, do you know this child?" Sofia hesitated. Losing this job would be disastrous. But Diego's hopeful eyes shattered her fear. I, I took care of him," she admitted softly. "I was his nanny from ages 2 to 4. Alejandro's breath caught. Sofia Hernandez. The name Diego cried in his nightmares. The one he scribbled in his drawings. The person he asked for every birthday. Diego slipped from his father's hands and ran to Sofia, wrapping his arms around her legs. "I knew you were here," he said through tears. "That's why I always asked to come back. I could feel you close." Sofia's eyes filled with tears. She wanted to explain how she'd been fired unfairly, how she had tried to stay in touch, but wasn't allowed near the family. But the words wouldn't come. She simply knelt and held him, 5 years of longing tightening around both of them. Follow for part 2. What would you have done if you were in Sofia's place? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your voice matters.